I think so. I think May has a nice sexual appetite, and I don't think anything is off of the menu.
It's difficult to talk about this movie because it hasn't come out yet. It is so secretive, but I found a loophole. I can ask you about your Aunt May in the Spider-Man movies that you've already been in. Here's a question I've got for you. We never got to see what happened after the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. You learned that your nephew was Spider-Man. I believe the exact line was, "What the f-?" What happened? What do you think? How do you think your Aunt May talked to Peter after that moment to eventually get them to kind of be on the same side as we saw the next time we saw him in Spider-Man Far From Home?
Wow, I think that it was more than one. It was a long series of conversations, and wrapping her head around it and wrapping his head around it, because it's kind of all coming at him at the same time, really. He was keeping this secret. So I think that they probably just maybe ingested some like magic mushrooms or something and had like just sat around and talked about, what does this really mean to you? What does this mean to me? Is it really even possible? And hey, do you even think there could be something like other universes? And that's how they probably they came to peace on it.
And they ended up being right.
Yeah, they were right.
If you
received it from the ethers.
Absolutely. I'm a big comic book fan, and I've loved Spider-Man since I was a kid. Aunt May in the comic books dated and almost married one of Spider-Man's enemies, Dr. Octopus. Do you think that your Aunt May could maybe fall for this new guy played by Alfred Molina in this movie? Do you think that might happen?
I think so. I think May has a nice sexual appetite, and I don't think anything is off of the menu. And doesn't she also have something with Ant-Man at one point, right? So there's at least two that we know, I think.
Let's get Paul Rudd on the phone. Let's make it happen. That's amazing. Well, the other thing I do love about the comics is that they've been around for such a long time. They've done so many stories. Now that this other universe idea has sprung up, I'm sure people have told you already. You've got to be aware there's a universe where Aunt May herself gets bitten by the spider and gets powers. I'm asking, when are we going to see you suit up and start slinging some webs?
That's what I'm saying. Fans, rise up and demand it.
So that it can happen.
Nerds rise, please.
I will lead the charge, Marisa. I will lead the charge to get at least a scene, just a fun thing. Yeah. Are you looking at your fellow cast members, and is there a part of you, because we keep hearing how uncomfortable those suits are, even though they keep making them better and better.
Better now,
are you a little relieved though that you're not having to do all of that stuff?
Being a girl, you sometimes you gotta get into some tight things yourself.
You're very right. You're very right.
Kid, try going to an awards show in one of those dresses and heels.
Yeah, Tom Holland. You're right. It's not as hard. My last question for you is, like I said, I do love this character. What is, in your opinion, why do you think Spider-Man is just the best superhero that's ever been created? Why do you think?
Because he's my superhero. I think he's relatable. He's someone who is an ordinary person who this happened to. He wasn't born with these things. This happened to him. So I think there's a relatability there.
Absolutely. Well, your May is also extremely relatable. Can't wait for everybody to get to see the entire movie. Thank you so much for talking to me today, Marisa. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Rise up.